It's official. Ethereum is not a security. It is a commodity. Yesterday, Consensys got a letter from the SEC indicating that the SEC is closing its investigation into Ethereum 2.0. I'm going to talk about everything that happened, give you some hot takes from some awesome crypto attorneys, plus kind of tie this decision into Ripple and ETHgate, because it is definitely something we need to talk about, because it looks like Ethereum is getting favored over other crypto assets. Nonetheless, this is still a step in the right direction. This is bullish for the entire crypto industry, and fingers crossed we finally get the regulation and guidance that we deserve so we can continue to do business in the United States of America. I'm wendyo. This is the O Show. Make sure you're subscribed with alert set, smash a like, and also drop me a comment with your thoughts on this entire situation. June 18th, Consensys posted on X that they received a letter from the SEC's Enforcement Division, and that letter stated that the SEC is closing its investigation into Ethereum 2.0. Basically, the SEC is not going to be bringing charges alleging that the sales of Ethereum are security transactions. This outcome means unstaked Ethereum is not a security. Remember when Ethereum merged from proof of work, POW, to proof of stake, POS? Well, that's what they were wanted to investigate. But the fight is not over. But it is a positive step in the right direction, as it strengthens the arguments of potential securities via POS versus POW. In addition, the SEC will not allege that sales of Ethereum are securities transactions. This is also positive because projects that had ICOs and followed the same format as Ethereum ICO may also not be securities. But again, this is just me speculating due to case law and things I've seen. I'm not a lawyer at all. But back on track. The reason why we got this outcome is Consensys sued the SEC in April. They alleged that the SEC wanted to regulate Ethereum as a security despite its characteristics not aligning with securities. They also said that the SEC had previously stated that Ethereum is not a security and falls out of its jurisdiction. This investigation originated from a March report about the Ethereum Foundation being investigated by a named state authority. The decision also follows a letter Consensys sent to the SEC earlier this month, and they asked whether the approval of the Ethereum spot ETF would lead to the closure of the investigation, because that makes it a commodity. If the Consensys did not send the letter, we may not have gotten the Ethereum spot ETF approved or this decision. Now let's talk about some hot takes from crypto attorneys. From Bill Morgan, Ethereum received a second favorable decision from the SEC. This comes almost exactly 6 years after the Hinman speech. Y'all remember that? The SEC treats Ethereum and Ripple very differently, he said, and the SEC's actions highlight inconsistencies in crypto regulation. And I kind of agree. Now Paul from Coinbase, who is their attorney. There is a need to explain the SEC's decision in context of their treatment of other products, Ripple. The SEC's inconsistent use of the Howey test has caused confusion in the crypto space. And again, this is all from him. Also, what about the rest of the Ethereum ecosystem? So basically, the SEC still has to look into metamask swaps and staked Ethereum, because that could constitute as a security. Now let's go and talk about what happened with Ripple and ETHgate, because this is a big deal with the inconsistencies. In 2020, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple alleging that XRP is an unregistered security. In 2023, Judge Torres ruled that the sales of XRP to institutional investors were unregistered securities, but pragmatic sales and other distributions were not, basically sales to retail, third-party sales like you buy on Coinbase. So the legal battle between Ripple and the SEC and the recent ruling and now the Ethereum decision shows us that there's mixed, confusing interpretation of securities laws when it's applied to crypto. I'm sorry. Anyways, it also shows that there are inconsistencies in the SEC's method of regulating crypto, which shouldn't be allowed. It's not okay. Now let's go ahead and talk about ETHgate, okay? Because this whole thing is a hot mess. So there's a theory alleging that the Ethereum Foundation and Consensys have a close relationship with key individuals at the SEC and other entities like JP Morgan, maybe BlackRock, thereby ensuring a favorable regulatory environment for Ethereum. Again, this is called a, theory, but many XRP supporters believe it to be true. And honestly, when you're taking a step back and you're looking at what's happening, Ripple has spent hundreds of millions of dollars defending themselves. And all of a sudden, Ethereum gets a favorable ruling by the SEC for what? So at the end of the day, ETHgate is a speculation, but at the same time, it does kind of seem to be showing itself to be true. But at the end of the day, unstaked Ethereum is not a security. This is a massive win for the entire industry, but we do need to continue to keep fighting because we do not want swaps to be considered as securities, and we also do not want staking to be considered as securities. We want to be able to transact the way we want to and do what we want to do with our money, just as long as we're not doing anything shady. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. No live stream today. I'm taking low on a field trip, so I'm rushing through all this. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you later, 3:30 p.m. PST. Goodbye.